Happy Thursday, folks. Anthony Speciale here with Speciale Analysis, unedited and on the edge of the market. Hope you're having a great week. We're almost to the weekend, so just sit tight. 2 more days to go. But with that being said, I want to discuss today a back-to-back trade idea on the exact same ticker that offered 2 setups. One was a clean breakout with confirmation. The next was a counter trend line break, also with confirmation. So just because we don't get a perfect break doesn't mean that we don't look for opportunities. You know, if we're at resistance and we're trying to short the market, you know, we look for what's called a counter trend line break. So we're able to stack those odds in our favor, and I'm going to show you how we do that today. So I'm going to break down the analysis. We'll look at both simultaneous trades, and this way you kind of get a feel for what this looks like. You know, this is a little more advanced, but with that being said, it doesn't mean, you know, it doesn't discount the credibility of it. So open up the chart. We're going to take a look. This is on ticker STEEL. This is the steel and metal products. I wouldn't call it an ETF, but maybe a fund. So I'm going to just kind of zoom in here so we can really look at what the majority of the price action looks like. We'll get this out of the way. We'll zoom in the screen. There we go. All right, this looks pretty good. So we got a big downtrend happening here. You can see that between the teal channels there. So we have defined resistance. We've also defined support. We've defined resistance. So we know where we are. We know what we're looking at. Somewhat of an uptrend maintained by the 200-day moving average. That's this line that moves through your screen. Now, if we're above the 200-day moving average, we're typically looking for buying opportunities. If we're below the 200-day moving average, we're typically looking for selling opportunities. Listen, we are dating. We're speed dating these stocks. We want to experience the lust, and we're not falling in love. The idea is to take the benefits of what they have to offer, and then look for the next opportunity. And no disrespect to anyone, using that terminology, but it's just a matter of what we're trying to do here. We're not buying things to hold for 30 years. We're not, we're not making investments. We are merely looking at getting in, finding the best opportunity, and then we are looking to get out. So what do we have here? We have this orange ascending channel. Ascending means with time it rises. And we have a good break here below that. So you can see this was our trigger to short. This is where the exchange of power occurred, meaning the buyers remained in control within this candle. The sellers overtook control in that candle. That's why the stop was placed above. So we were able to identify this. This was our sell. We placed a primary target here and an advancing target here. So we locked up 12.3%, which is great. But there was still more move to be had. So this dashed line here is what we call a counter trend line. So you can see we had a break. Again, this is where the buyers were in control. This is where the sellers took control. We placed the stop above, and then we simply sold that to this target, which offered us another 6.77%. So 12.3 plus 6.77, 2 trades totaling 19.07%. Guys, it's easily identifiable. And by that, I'm not trying to make it sound I'm not trying to make it sound silly, but taking a step back, looking at the long-term analysis, looking at the trend, looking at the 200-day moving average, placing a couple trend lines or drawings on the chart, and before you know it, you've just navigated 2 moves totaling, again, 19% in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 weeks. So 19% inside of essentially, a 3-month period. That's not terrible. You only have to do this a couple times a year, compound, your returns, and guess what? You've literally just changed your life. You've changed the future of your family. You've changed your financial stability. And really, that's ultimately what it comes down to. And the reason I spend the time and I put all this together, the reason I spend, 30 plus hours of my weekend working is because I truly believe that this has the holds the opportunity to be life-changing for so many people. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't spend the time. But I do spend the time because I really believe that it does. So with that being said, I want to share this with you. These were trades that went out to my paid subscribers of my weekly analysis, Special Analysis Weekly. If you're interested, there are links within the email I sent you, but I did want to break these down. I kind of want to show you what they look like. And this way you kind of have the opportunity to see, listen, if the market's going down, we want to be shorting the market. If the market's going up, we want to be buying the market. It's really that easy. We include with our weekly report, we also include option proxies. We buy calls to go long, we buy puts to go short. This way we cap our risks. And we don't need a large amount of money within our accounts to partake in the moves. So again, I'll wrap up for today. This was really just to kind of walk you through the thought process as it transpired. We had a market going up, and then we had a market going down. On the way down, we were able to identify some opportunities to pull some income out of the market. So thank you again. Look forward to speaking with you tomorrow, and have a good one.